When you are deciding that you want something or you need something in a relationship, a friendship, a career, whatever, is this something that you really want and need, or is this something that Instagram has made you feel like you need in order to fit in with everybody else? Hey girl, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Trinity. If you're new here, today we're going to be discussing all things social media and why I feel like it is really controlling and messing up our little noggins. So if y'all interested in hearing everything that I have to say, just keep on watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get right into the video. Okay, so this video was not planned. I actually was just having a conversation with someone right before I started recording, and I was like, you know what? This would be a great video topic because I feel like a lot of people are struggling with this. Social media is really controlling our society like never before. And I feel like that goes without saying because this has been a topic of conversation for a long time. But I feel like we really need to like deep dive into what's really happening and how social media has really been affecting our whole lives and our mindset. So we were basically talking about how you get on social media and you see all these people with all these things. You see people driving certain types of cars. You see people buying homes. You see people buying a whole bunch of luxury things, designer items, whatever. And sometimes if you're young and it's people who are in your same age group, it just makes you feel like you're not doing enough. Even if you're older, honestly, because I feel like you can be older and see people doing the same stuff who are your age or younger, and it makes you feel like you're not doing enough. And I think it's so important for us to take this stuff with a grain of salt because, like, I would think that this goes without saying, but, you know, maybe it doesn't. So I'm gonna say it anyway. We don't know what people are doing to get that stuff. We don't even know if that stuff is really theirs. We don't know if they lying because people be capping on social media every day. Like, you just don't know. And that's not to say that whenever you see somebody with good things, you have to automatically think that they did something crazy to get it or that it doesn't really belong to them or they scamming or whatever. You don't have to always think that, but I think it's important to remember that it's just social media and people are showing us what they want us to see, because if you don't look at it that way, it will really drive you insane and make you start to hate your own life. And another thing, that's not to say that you can't look at those people and think to yourself, wow, I'm really happy for this person, and still think to yourself, I'm not gonna make myself feel bad that I don't have it because I don't know what's going on over there. Because that is the reality of it. We do not know what's going on in anyone's life. So we gotta stop letting other people's success and other people's accomplishments make us feel like our lives are less than, or make us feel like we're less than. Then I also saw something on Instagram the other day. Jackie Aina posted a reel on Instagram talking about how she found out that Lululemon was pretty much racist and how she was not going to be supporting them anymore. She was still going to wear the stuff that she already has from them, but she would not be further supporting the brand. And I 100% agree. But the thing that was really getting me was I was seeing women in the comments saying stuff like, wow, I'm glad I saw this because my daughter asked for Lululemon for Christmas. Like, that was on her Christmas list. That's all she really wanted. All of her friends have it, and now she wants to be able to indulge in it or whatever. And I was thinking to myself, like, if they're talking about their daughter's Christmas list, these daughters gotta be like maybe teenagers, I'm guessing, teens or younger. Because 9 times out of 10, your grown daughter is not going to really have a Christmas list asking you for Lululemon. I don't know. That's just what I think. But anyway, it was so crazy to me that young girls, teenagers, girls in high school, middle school, whatever, are asking for $150 leggings, $150 BBL jackets, or whatever you want to call it, from Lululemon. Like, that's crazy to me. And it's crazy to me because it's like, y'all want the same thing that girls my age want. Y'all want the same thing that girls in their late 20s, early 30s, late 30s are asking their man for Christmas. And this is because of social media. And I know that because we are in like a media driven society, that's going to happen, but it's just still wild to me when I really think about it. Like, kids aren't even kids anymore. They want the same things that we want. And then we were talking about the fact that it don't just stop there. Like, it don't stop with the girls asking for Lululemon at 14, 15. There are 16-year-old girls who are thinking that their 16-year-old boyfriend who works at McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, whatever, gotta take them to Del Frisco's for a date. Because that's what they seeing on social media. They following all these girls who's 20s and up, who dealing with niggas who got hella money, and it's making them have unrealistic expectations for the person that they're with at their young age. You are 16. That boy cannot afford to pay for every single date that y'all go on. He cannot afford to take you to Cancun for your birthday. He cannot afford to take you to freaking Bali for your birthday, Tulum. Like, we have these crazy expectations because of stuff that we see. And it's not just the young girls, because there are girls who are older who get all of their standards and preferences from Instagram too. There's nothing wrong with having your standards and your preferences. Like, if that's what they are and if that's what you're standing on, then that's what you're standing on. But I think we need to realize how much of our mindset is really coming from what we're seeing on Instagram. Do y'all even really believe in some of this stuff? Let's unpack that. Like, I feel like that's the important thing to unpack. Like, when you are deciding that you want something or you need something in a relationship, a friendship, a career, whatever, is this something that you really want and need? Or is this something that Instagram has made you feel like you need in order to fit in with everybody else? That is the important thing to keep in mind. Let's talk about the whole 50-50 thing. Y'all know that's a big thing on social media every single year. We keep having the same conversations every year because everybody's looking to Instagram so that Instagram can tell them how to run their relationships, what to expect out of their relationships, what to expect out of their life, pretty much. We're letting Instagram tell us what we want and need. That's crazy. We're gonna go back to the young girls for now because I just want y'all to understand like just how crazy it is. Because I feel like if I'm just talking about like adults, then it might not seem that crazy, because if y'all are that age, then, you know, and you have let social media make you feel like you want and need certain things, then y'all be trying to fuss with me in the comments. But we're gonna talk about the younger girls because that just goes to show you how crazy some of this stuff is. There are girls who are 18, feeling like they need to move into luxury apartments. They're willing to pay $2,000 in rent because social media has made them feel like if you ain't in an apartment that got stainless steel appliances, hardwood floors, then you ain't doing enough. There are 18-year-old girls who are moving in with their boyfriends and they feel like because of what they see on social media, their boyfriend is supposed to pay the rent and all of the other bills in their apartment. Because social media has told them 50-50, no, don't go for it. Don't split bills with nobody. You don't pay for nothing when you got a man. But let's be realistic here. First of all, times way different than they used to be. Stuff is way higher than it used to be. The cost of living is way higher than it used to be. So a lot of women these days are going to be helping with some type of bill. That's just what it is. If you're not, then you're not. Now, ideally, I would be in that same situation, not paying for nothing. I think that's what we all want. We all want that. But it's important to be realistic about your situation. And I think that's my issue with the 50-50 conversation. Because do what works for you. Like, why do we have to have a conversation about it? So that somebody else can tell us what we should be doing in our relationship. Like, what works for you? If you're doing 50-50 with your man and y'all perfectly fine and happy, why not keep doing that? I don't know. Like I said, ideally in a perfect world, we all would just be chilling as women, not doing anything. We would love that, of course. And I feel like if you're dealing with a man who can do that, and he is a good man, like he wants to take care of you, he treats you right, whatever. If he's in the position to do that, I feel like 9 times out of 10, he will do that. Or he'll be trying to make your life easy in some type of way. But I just feel like we are looking at everybody else's situation and letting everybody else tell us what we should be doing. And we don't even really feel like that. We just don't want to be the outcast. Like, we don't want to be the girl who going 50-50 with her man. Now, for me, if y'all want to know my take on it, I'll give you my take. Personally, I feel like if we gonna do 50-50, like as far as bills, we going 50-50 everything. Cause I don't mind splitting stuff, like splitting bills with you if I have to. Like if you don't have it, cause I'm not gonna pressure a man who does not have it. Like a man who's good to me, I'm not about to pressure him to pay all of our bills, knowing that he does not really have it to do that. Or knowing that that's gonna put him in a bad situation. I'm not gonna do that to you. Because if I know that your best is splitting this with me, or even 80-20, whatever the ratios be, whatever, I don't care. If I know that that's the best that you can do and we good in every other area, that's fine with me. But for me, 50-50 mean we 50-50 in everything. Like I said, like if we gonna split these bills, don't expect me to be doing all the cleaning, because I'm gonna complain. Because my only issue with 50-50 is not the fact that, oh, I don't want to pay bills. It's more so I feel like a lot of men only want gender roles when it comes to the other stuff and not money. Like when it comes to money, oh, we got to split everything financially, but everything else, oh, that's a woman's job. Cleaning is a woman's job. Cooking is a woman's job. Going grocery shopping is a woman's job. Like taking care of the kids is a woman's job. That's what I don't like. Don't fuss with me, because if you're not new here, then you know I don't go toe to toe in the comments. I don't really care that much. Your opinion is your opinion. If you say something that I disagree with, I'm probably just gonna like the comment and keep moving because I don't really care. But yeah, anyway. We just gotta stop letting people tell us what we want and need. Like, we have to really be realistic about where we are. If you are 18 years old, 9 times out of 10, your 18-year-old boyfriend is gonna need you to split bills with him. Be real, be effing for real. One of my close friends, she has been off of social media for I don't even know how long now. I mean, she gets on Facebook like occasionally and she be on Twitter. But as far as Instagram, she don't really be on there. She might pop on there every now and then. Like if I DM her something, she'll respond. So I know she still has the app. But she don't really be on Instagram. And I remember when she first got off, she was talking about how we are more focused on sharing things and proving a point to people who don't even know us and care about us. Y'all know I speak on stuff that I have fallen victim to before. So this is not stuff that I have not done in the past. I used to get my standards off Instagram. I used to get my preferences off Instagram. Whatever Instagram told me was popping, that's what I was applying in my life. So yeah, I have done majority of this stuff before. But y'all know my job here, my purpose here is to really try to shift your mindset so that we can start thinking in different ways, because the ways that we be thinking don't be getting us nowhere. Also, there are a lot of things that people do just to post. She was the one who actually brought that to my attention. When she said that, it actually made me kind of like self-reflect and think about my reasoning behind a lot of the things that I do and a lot of things that I post on Instagram. So ever since we had that conversation, I started thinking to myself, like, before I do stuff, before I buy stuff, before I do stuff, I think to myself, what am I doing this for? Why am I doing this? And it's really been a reality check for me, because there have been a few purchases that I wanted to make because I wanted to be able to put it in a YouTube video, or I wanted to be able to post it on Instagram. I wanted to be able to take a picture wearing certain designer items. Once I had that conversation with her, I really started thinking before I started doing certain things. Like, if I did not have an Instagram, if I didn't have social media, would I be doing this? How many pieces of clothing have you bought just to be able to take a picture in it? How many designer items have you bought just to be able to post it on Instagram? How many times have you gone apartment shopping, car hunting, and house hunting and considered Instagram in your decision? And yes, you should be proud of your accomplishments, but Instagram should not be the first thing on our minds when we're making a decision. Our first thought should not be, I can't wait to post this. I've had someone admit to me that they had to get off Instagram because they started buying stuff just so they could flex. I feel like it's a natural feeling to have, but we should not let that drive us to do certain things. Like, people really out here going broke. And when you really think about it, it's really not even that serious. It's not that serious. Because people gonna look at you and be like, oh yeah, he up, or he fly, she fly. She can dress, oh, she dressed nice. I love the stuff that she wears. I'm gonna follow her because I like to see all her designer stuff. But these people don't really care that much about you, to be honest. They don't. They might care about you on Instagram. They don't care that much about you. We have to stop allowing other people's perception of us to control the decisions that we make in our lives. Don't feel like you gotta go buy a Chanel bag to keep up with the other girls who on Instagram with a Chanel bag, and now you in credit card debt. I mean, she might be in credit card debt too, but maybe she not. Maybe somebody bought that for her and she's debt free. Meanwhile, you crying in the bed like Stewie. Because you just spent your rent money on a Chanel bag just to post it on Instagram. There was a time where I was single, and I feel like I talk about this a lot. And sometimes I hate the fact that I tell the same stories over and over again. But when they're like crucial to my development and my growth, I feel like I gotta share it. So I'm gonna share it again. But yeah, there was a time where I was single a few years ago, and this was when I first really started my self-love journey. I know self-love journey kind of sounds crazy, because why you need a journey to love yourself? But that's what it is. Anyway, during that time, I was really trying to figure out who I was, because I noticed that I was just always in relationships. At this time, I was what, like 24 maybe? And I had such a hard time with that breakup because I noticed that I did not know how to be by myself. So a big thing for me was really trying to figure out who I was outside of being a girlfriend. What do I like? What do I like doing? Who am I? And in order to figure that out, I had to take a social media break, because I noticed that a lot of things that I thought I liked, a lot of things that I thought I loved, a lot of the things that I thought made me who I was were really just a collective of what everybody else made me feel like I should have. I had to figure out who I was and what I liked, what I loved, what made me me, without the outside noise. Like, without seeing certain things on social media every day, without being influenced every single day. who was I? Who am I? There were so many things that I started doing because I wasn't so focused on what everybody else was doing. I wasn't so focused on what everybody else is accomplishing. I wasn't looking at everybody else's relationships and seeing how all the girls were happy in their relationships. And I'm over here single by myself, upset. I feel like there are a lot of people who need to go through that phase where they detox from social media for however long just to figure out if you actually like the stuff that you say you like. And I hate the whole narrative like, oh, people need to get on Instagram and show their downfalls as much as they show their accomplishments. No, they don't. Why? Why does somebody have to get on social media and show their downfalls in order to make you feel better about yourself? Because whether we post it or not, you still know that their life is not perfect. Maybe the things that they have posted have made you feel like your life is less than theirs, but they never said their life was perfect. So there's no way you could possibly think that their life is perfect just because they post all this good stuff. Because you only post good stuff too. People don't have to go on the internet and talk about the bad things that are going on in their life in order for you to feel better. Which is why, like I said, you have to take stuff with a grain of salt, because you know yourself that people are not going on social media to broadcast their failures. They're just not, and you know that. So stop letting it make you feel less than. Stop letting it make you feel like you're not doing enough in life or your accomplishments don't matter. Know what works for you, do what works for you, and don't be so easily influenced by what everybody else is doing. That's just my little nugget for today. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. I'm just hoping I don't beat history.